And then as you head inland, you'll see a little bit less of that, but nonetheless, we are starting out a little cloudy and a little bit on the foggy side. But look at these afternoon highs, 83 in the IE, 78 in the high desert. Downtown will be in the upper 70s today. It'll be a beautiful night for baseball, beautiful day, all things considered. And we know someone who is very excited, not only about the day, but this morning in her Dodger blue, Ginger Chan. Good morning.
Oh, man, good morning. And that's the thing, right, Henry? We're not looking for any red. All we want to see is Dodger blue. But, I mean, people are going to have to slow down just a little bit. You were talking about what the weather and the temperatures are like in downtown L.A. So let's go ahead and help you out with a ride as well, because that's going to be one of our challenging spots. Even though the crash is kind of on the older side, we know that 10 freeway, the westbound side, so the driver ended up crashing into the sand barrels, also known as the attenuators, right? I mean, their purpose is to absorb the shock of a crash. But guess what happened? All the sand scattered all over the place. And so now that means you can see it already slowing. I mean, slowing at this hour for this, that's very tough. I mean, Washington would be your best way to get around it if you want. 5 south of the 5. No work happened north, no work happened south. But right here is where we have this crash. It looks like most of the activity is going to be out of the lanes, but still, we want to make sure you're well aware of it here. And then that big project that took place over the weekend, reduced lane 605 north, right about Valley Boulevard, they're actually still working. They will go until 5 o'clock, and so you do have to be prepared. It is a big project here, and then another big project that takes place on the 405 freeway as well. We're going to break all those things down for you. We're going to help you get to the stadium, and for the first time ever, I think, you guys, we're actually going to help people get out as well. We'll explain that later on. I'll send it over to you too.
Fastball lifted in the air, deep left field. Lucas going back, opposite field pop. Left side, Yamamoto goes the distance again.
Tonight, the Dodgers look to take a one-game lead in the World Series as it now shifts to home. The Dodgers lost the first game in Toronto, but bounced back with a big win in Game 2, and they hope they can continue that momentum tonight. Our boys in blue roaring back to the World Series at 1 game apiece.
Yeah, tonight the Dodgers are back home at Chavez Ravine in their battle to become back-to-back champions. All right, KTLA's Aaron Myers live at Randy's Donuts in Inglewood, getting us ready for the big game. Hey, Aaron, good morning.
Hi, ladies. Good morning. It's very exciting. Game 3 tonight at Chavez Ravine. Of course, Dodgers, they got back yesterday. They had practice, but let's talk about Yamamoto. An amazing game on Saturday. He tied the series up for the Dodgers. He gave them the win 5-1. And of course, here at Randy's, you have to get the donuts. They do have their famous Dodger donuts. They're here all ready for people to come out and grab them. I think maybe they're lucky donuts, hopefully, but the boys in blue, they will be out there tonight. Yoshinobu Yamamoto pitched a complete game on Saturday for a second straight outing. Now it's Tyler Glasnow's turn on the mound for the Dodgers. He was out earlier this year due to a shoulder inflammation injury, but came back strong in July. This will be his first appearance in the Fall Classic as a Dodger. So far, he's pitched 13 innings in the playoffs, only giving up 1 run. Here's what he had to say about tonight's game being a local kid.
I guess this whole postseason and like any start to season, I think if you go and you just handle what you can and like simplify it in your workday and simplify it while you're out there on the mound, I think a lot of the other stuff is just kind of noise. It's very like sentimental and amazing, but I think that's kind of something I'll look back on more and focus on and like really feel the feelings of it maybe when this is all done.
Now, Max Scherzer, who pitched 11 games in 2021 for the Dodgers, will get the start for the Blue Jays. And when it comes to the bullpen, everyone should be available for both teams. Now, at the plate, Max Muncy has been looking good, delivering his 15th career postseason homer in Game 2, which extends his all-time Dodgers lead. Will Smith also homered and had an RBI single in Game 2. And the Dodgers want to keep Toronto's bats at bay after their 9-run 6th inning in Friday's game. Addison Barger hit a pinch hit grand slam, and Alejandro Kirk had a two-run homer that inning. So Dodgers looking to stop that from happening and get their bat swinging again as well. Now back here live, the game once again at Chavez Ravine, 5 o'clock tonight. Gonna be packed, gonna be exciting. And all season since, well, they got into the playoffs, my dad, he's been staying with me.